Ready to unpack some self-love myths.
Oh, yeah. I think we all need this.
I know I do. Sometimes I feel like I'm drowning in them.
Right.
Today we're going to dive deep into excerpts from the self-love myths we need to break,
Okay.
and we're going to see what it really takes to, cultivate a healthy relationship with ourselves.
Sounds good.
Sometimes I catch myself thinking like self-love is all about like spa days and fancy lattes.
Uh-huh.
Then I feel guilty when that stuff doesn't magically fix everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been there.
So let's unpack what the source actually says about these like common misconceptions, shall we?
Absolutely. I think many of us fall prey to these oversimplified ideas about self-love.
Yeah, for sure.
What I think is really fascinating about this source is that it goes beyond just, debunking the myths.
Okay.
Like, delves into the psychology behind, like, why we cling to them. And it offers some pretty practical strategies for cultivating genuine self-love.
That's what we like, actionable stuff.
Exactly.
All right, so myth number one. Self-love is all about bubble baths and face masks.
Okay.
It is really that simple.
I wish.
Our source seems to disagree.
Right. The text actually uses a really interesting analogy.
Yeah.
It compares these superficial acts of self-care to putting like a Band-Aid on a deep wound.
Ooh.
So while they might offer like temporary relief, they don't really address those underlying issues.
I see.
True self-love, as the source emphasizes, requires us to confront those deeper wounds.
Like what kinds of wounds?
Well, our insecurities, our past, hurts, negative beliefs, and we have to work towards healing them.
Yeah, no more Band-Aids. We got to go deep.
Exactly.
Wow, that analogy really hits home.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that self-love isn't just about, pampering ourselves.
Uh-huh.
It's about digging deeper and doing the inner work.
It is.
Now, another myth that the source tackles is this idea that we need to be happy all the time
Oh, yeah. That's a big one.
to truly love ourselves.
Hmm.
So is happiness the ultimate measure of self-love?
That's a huge misconception. The source argues that this constant pursuit of happiness
Yeah.
can actually totally backfire.
Really?
Yeah, it sets us up for disappointment because, let's face it, life is full of ups and downs.
For sure.
It's like trying to force a river to flow uphill.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So instead of like chasing happiness, the text suggests embracing the full spectrum of human emotions.
Okay.
Joy, sadness, anger, everything in between.
So instead of chasing happiness, we should aim for something more like acceptance.
Exactly. Self-acceptance is about acknowledging both our strengths and our weaknesses,
Okay.
our accomplishments and our mistakes, and embracing it all as part of who we are.
It's about recognizing that we are perfectly imperfect.
I love that. Perfectly imperfect.
Right. Now, how do we actually put this acceptance into practice? Any practical tips from the source?
Yeah, the source offers several concrete strategies.
Mhm.
One that stood out to me was the idea of practicing mindfulness.
Okay, hold on. For those who might not be familiar, what exactly is mindfulness?
Right. So mindfulness can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths and noticing the sensations in your body.
Okay.
Or it could involve focusing on your senses. What do you see, hear, smell, taste, touch?
Okay.
It's about slowing down and tuning into the present moment instead of getting caught up in worries about the past or future.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I've dabbled in meditation before, so I kind of get the idea.
Yeah, it's smell.
The source also mentions challenging negative self-talk. Can you elaborate on that a bit?
Absolutely. So we all have that inner critic, right?
Oh, yeah.
The voice that tells us we're not good enough, smart enough, or worthy enough.
Oh, I know that voice.
The key is to start recognizing these negative thoughts
Okay.
and then actively challenge them. Ask yourself, is this thought really true?
Hmm.
What evidence do I have to support it? Often these negative thoughts are based on like distorted perceptions or past experiences that just don't serve us anymore.
Yeah, that's a really helpful way to reframe it.
Yes.
That's like putting those negative thoughts on trial, instead of just letting them dictate our self-worth. The source also emphasizes the importance of focusing on our strengths.
Yes.
How does that tie into self-love?
Well, when we focus on our strengths, we build our self-confidence and cultivate a more positive self-image.
Uh-huh.
And it's not about being arrogant. It's about recognizing our unique talents and abilities
I like that.
and appreciating what we bring to the table.
Okay. So much of what we've discussed today has resonated with me. It's like a light bulb went off.
It is powerful stuff.
What about you? Any personal aha moments while reading this source?
I was struck by how the source emphasizes that self-love is an ongoing journey, not a destination.
Ooh, that's good.
It's not about achieving some perfect state of self-acceptance overnight.
Right.
It's about continuous growth and learning to be kinder to ourselves along the way.
That's such a crucial point. It takes the pressure off, striving for some unattainable ideal.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'd like to leave you with this question. Now that we've explored these myths, what does genuine self-love mean to you? How can you integrate these insights into your own life? It's been such a fascinating conversation. Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
I always love these deep dives.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for this episode. We'll see you next time.